Hello, and welcome to Woody's Weekly Wisdom, episode number 32. And today I'm going to talk to you about lottery prizes. So, the finance news today and this week has been pretty mundane. So, there's not something overly exciting to talk to you about elsewhere. But this one sticks out to me because it's something I've actually been talking to people on client calls and other types of calls I've been having over the last week or so. And it's about lottery prizes. And I don't actually necessarily want to talk about the concept of a lottery prize, but the impact thereof is more important. So this headline, California ticket wins $2.47 billion Powerball jackpot. And it goes into a whole host of things. I was trying to get this video to pause on a particular screen because it actually had a list of what you could buy with $2.47 billion. And it's things like Jeff Bezos's super yacht and 6 different islands and all these types of crazy things that you could do with $2.47 billion. Or the actual prize was $1.765 billion US dollars, won by someone in California. And the crazy thing about lottery prizes, so like I said, I don't really want to talk too much about the actual article itself. And it goes into the odds of winning a lottery prize, which we all know is they're very, very high. And in this case, it was 1 in 175 million. One in 292 million. So, the chances of winning it are very, very small. But the lesson that I want to take from this headline is about how you manage your money. And the statistic that 75% of people who win a large lottery prize like this are actually worse off 5 years later than they were before they won the money. And here's the lesson that I want to talk about. It all comes down to your ability to manage money. So if you're not used to having large sums of money, the chances are you'll find a way for it to slide out of your life. So the best way to deal with that is to build up the muscle. So I always make the analogy that it's like going to the gym. If I was to walk into the gym today and try and lift 100 kilos, I know I couldn't do it. So I'd have to keep going back and start with smaller weight sizes and build up over a period of months before I'd be able to lift 100 kilos. And it's the same with money. So if $2.75 billion came into your life and you're not used to dealing with large sums of money, it's more than likely it would cause you more grief than gain. And so the art of growing your wealth is like going to the gym and building up your muscle. You do it with small numbers to start with and build up to the bigger numbers, so that by the time that you have those bigger numbers, you become more accustomed to how you respond to those numbers and what they mean to you. And so the power of growing your wealth is actually about starting small. So a lot of people will say to me, well, I don't have enough money to invest. Well, I call BS on that most of the time because it doesn't matter. You start small and you grow to the bigger numbers. And during that journey of going from small to larger numbers, you develop the muscle, the investing muscle, and the money mindset that enables you to cope with the decision-making and the risks that come with the larger numbers that you will have as you progress down that path. So the lesson to learn from this headline is, that we don't want to get caught up with what you could do with large sums of money. Like I said, what this article, the video that went with it, it had this screenshot of all the things that you could buy, and that's a direct example of what I'm talking about, how people would get carried away with that type of money. The first thing you'd be thinking about is how much stuff could I buy, and before you know it, it would be all gone. And that's where that statistic bears truth. So what I want you to learn from this is that the power of growing your wealth and starting smaller is actually that it builds benefits in both your money mindset and your ability to manage larger sums of money, and becomes a powerful tool that or asset that you develop, not just the assets that you're building physically, whether it be stocks or property, but it's also the asset in terms of the skill that you're developing as you do progress through the years of starting with smaller numbers and building up to bigger numbers. And it's an important lesson. So hopefully that makes sense, and it is something that is helpful. I truly believe that it's never too late to start, and it's never too little to start. And we build that muscle and get ourselves moving towards our financial freedom number. So if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button, the little bell up there to get notified when these videos come out. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure to like, comment, and share so more people can see it. And I will see you again next week for another episode of Woody's Weekly Wisdom. Cheers.